Hello everybody and thank you for watching. Here are the top 10 crazy, crucial and must-see moments that's happened in the WWE in 2022. Here they are. Make sure you like and subscribe and wait till the end to see the most shocking moment in the WWE this year in 2022. I'm not gonna lie to you lot. Run it back a little bit. I tried to do a top 10, but I didn't think it was worthy for you lot to do a top 10. There are some light ones I could have put in there, so I've cut it down. It's a top 5 because I think I'm giving you a lot more meat on the top 5. So yeah, so we're gonna do a top 5. I'm not gonna do a top 10 because it's not gonna make much sense. And give you some light subjects. So a few honourable mentions here. We have Sasha Banks and Naomi leaving the WWE. That happened due to an altercation with the WWE and creative. I think there was in two different ways. They wanted to go one way, got to go another way. Instead, they went the exit doorway and gave it the titles. Also, Sami Zayn joining the Bloodline is definitely one. And also Brock Lesnar coming back fighting Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns unifying the championships. I know it happened happened. That happened in 2022. So yeah, that has happened this year. So, but anyway, here is my number 5 for this year for the most shocking moments in WWE. Number 5 in 2022 is Stone Cold Steve Austin making his comeback at WrestleMania. Stone Cold, I think his last match was against The Rock, really, in a WrestleMania match where the Stone Cold lost to 3 Rock Bottoms. He hasn't really been wrestling since he's been here, making drop-ins here and there, little backstage things, little run-ins, little Stone Cold stunners, but he hasn't actually had a match with anybody. He's had neck surgeries. I know he's been doing different reality shows, there's Stone Cold Ranch, Skull Ranch, Broken Skull Ranch, things like that. So he hasn't really had a match. So him coming back was basically a massive shock because I didn't think he could wrestle again due to the condition of his neck. But then you had KO running down Texas, which led to the match with Stone Cold Steve Austin, which was a really good match, solid match for someone. I think he's like 60 years old now or something, 50 years old, 50 odd. Really good match. It was action packed. Go and watch it if you haven't seen it. WrestleMania, I believe it was WrestleMania 38. Really good match, and Stone Cold Steve Austin got the victory via stunner. So if he's not going to wrestle again in his career, this is a good way to leave out on a good note. So yeah, my number 5 shocking moment of the year is Stone Cold Steve Austin returning. He used to be the cash cow, he used to be the draw, he used to be the number 1 guy. So box office, everything. So it's good to see him back. My number 4 shocking moment in the WWE in 2022 was the return of Ronda Rousey. Obviously, no, Ronda Rousey hasn't been there prior to coming back this year for a few years, I think it's 2 or 3 years, after losing her undefeated streak to Becky Lynch in a triple threat main event match at WrestleMania. She hasn't been there since. Obviously, we know who Ronda Rousey is. She's before coming back, former champion, former UFC champion, one of the baddest ladies in the world, one of the most dangerous ladies in the world. So her coming back to Royal Rumble, it was a given. I knew she would win, and obviously she won. And talking right now, currently, she was the SmackDown champion, but she just lost it to Charlotte Flair just now. So I think that was number 4 on the shocking events of 2022, in my opinion. Very shocking. Number 3 on the list. So number 3 on the list of the most shocking moments in the WWE is Cody Rhodes returning back to the WWE. As we know, prior to Cody Rhodes not being in the WWE, I think he's been out of the WWE for 6 years prior to returning last year. I can say this year, last year. We're in 2023 right now. Today's January 1st. So let's keep it like we're in 2022. So this year, returning. He hasn't been there for 6 years. I think the last time he was there, he was sort of there as Stardust, if anyone can remember that. He had a pretty good run, multiple IC championships and tag team championships, so he did really well, really. When he came back as this dashing Cody Rhodes, I actually thought that would go somewhere, but it didn't. Then obviously he left this WWE, he's working on the Indies, Ring of Honor. Then he went to AEW, helped create AEW. One of the MVPs, one of the EVPs, I think you call it, creative. I believe he said in AEW he doesn't want to be a champion because he doesn't want to be seen as like one of the creative guys holding the championship. So, but he had a good run. He was meant to be a face, but then the crowd did turn on him, viciously booing him. And then basically, I'm not sure what the problem was, but there was some contractual negotiations, some issues with contract, creative, money. I'm not sure what it was, but then he leaves AEW and then turns up at WrestleMania 38 to face Seth Rollins in a match that he won. So that's number 3. Number 2 on the list. So number 2 on the most shocking moments in Whoa. Let's stop there before we continue. Like I said, make sure you carry on with watching this to find out what number 1 is. And make sure you subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much, to get more content like this. But number 2 in the list of the most shocking moments in WWE is the return of Bray Wyatt. So Bray Wyatt hasn't been there prior to returning this year. He wasn't there for like a year. It was announced that WWE released Bray Wyatt. I believe there was multiple things that's gone into it. I think there was issues with creative backstage. I'm not contract negotiation, contract disputes. I heard a rumor that Vince McMahon wasn't too happy with the character and they started sabotaging The Fiend. Because if you remember The Fiend when he started, well, not Bray, let's talk about The Fiend, because that's when he left, he was The Fiend. The Fiend was running for everybody, was unstoppable. Then he's getting beaten by Goldberg and getting pinned by 1 RKO when Seth hit him with like 5 curb stomps and he kept standing up instantly like he was The Undertaker. So I think there was some issue with the booking with The Fiend and Bray left. I heard there was some issues with mental health. I'm not sure the validity behind that. But then he basically returns at a WWE pay-per-view. I can't remember which one it was. If someone could help me, that'd be great. I didn't write it down, but he returned anyway. And now he's come back with a mask, with a new theme song. And it's actually good to see Bray Wyatt back. He's needed in the WWE. So yeah, good to see him back. But the number 1 critical or shocking moment in the WWE, you probably watched other shows of this, other people who've done top 5 or top 10s. Fine. This has to be the number 1, the most number 1 shocking moment in the WWE in 2022. Personally, it goes beyond wrestling. Is Vince McMahon stepping down as the CEO. That is the most shocking thing. This guy has run this company for 30, 40 years. He's been through all the eras, the Attitude Era, the Aggression Era, the New Era, the Xena Era, the Stone Cold Era, the Rock Era, the Hulk Hogan, all the eras, the Roman Reigns era right now. He's seen everything, he's controlled everything. He's the puppet master, he's the creator. It's his universe, so to speak. And he is stepped down from being the CEO, the head chairman, the head man of the WWE. I think is very, very shocking. Multiple reasons. There's been multiple allegations against him. I'm not going to go into that because I don't know anything about it, but I know there's multiple allegations. Funds, payments and money being taken out, which is not being accounted for. And basically CEOs of the head board of directors and all the rest CEOs said it's time for him to step down. So he has stepped down. The company is now being run by Triple H and Stephanie. They're sort of running the company now. So yeah, that's my top 10. So that's the number 1. I think the most shocking one. It goes beyond wrestling, it goes beyond booking, it goes beyond all that, it goes beyond creative. It's the man who's created and kept the ship going for 30, 40 years. That is crazy, and that is shocking. So I hope you enjoyed the list. Feel free to like and subscribe, and there'll be more of this content to come. Happy New Year to everybody. You can follow me on Instagram below for this channel and for my personal channel, Instagram below, but make sure you like and subscribe. But that is shocking. Come on now, that is very shocking. See you later.